On April 14th, 1561, over the town of Nuremberg, Germany, occurred a strange event that till this day cannot be fully explained. What occurred was something the locals at the time called the Sky Battle. Early in the morning, the residents claimed to have seen an aerial battle involving different cylindrical objects, spears, crosses, and tubular shapes. This battle lasted for about an hour and supposedly ended when a large spear-like object appeared. A printer and artist at the time, by the name of Hans Glaser, published an illustration of this event in the local newspaper. Now, an event like this sounds like maybe aliens could have been involved. You never know. Several interpretations over time have tried to explain this supernatural occurrence. During the 16th century, this event was thought to be an omen or a sign from God. During the 1500s, religious turmoil was prominent, and usually meteor showers were viewed as omens or signs from God. Maybe that's what it was, a meteor shower. Today, some people think this was possible UFO sightings. Logically speaking, what people saw could have been sundogs, which is a type of atmospheric optical phenomenon caused by ice crystals. Others believe this could have been a mass hallucination. We may never know for sure. Could this have been a galactic battle between visitors from another galaxy? What do you guys think? During the 12th century, in the village of Woolpit, Suffolk, England, villagers had discovered two young children, a boy and a girl, near a wolf pit, which was a pit for trapping wolves. Now, what made this situation strange was that reportedly the children spoke an unknown language, wore unfamiliar clothing, and supposedly had green-colored skin. The villagers eventually took them in and tried to feed them, but the children refused to eat any food except for raw broad beans. I guess they preferred the fiber, but apparently shortly after, the boy had passed away, but the girl lived. The girl eventually learned to speak English and was baptized. When she learned to speak, she explained that her and the boy came from a place called St. Martin's Land, which was a subterranean world where the sun never shined, everything was green, and everyone who lived there was Christian. The girl went on to explain that they were herding their father's cattle when they heard a noise coming from a nearby cave, and magically ended up in Woolpit. Could these kids be mystical beings from some strange magical world? Scholars believe these kids could have been what's called Flemish orphans, which were orphans from Belgium. Their unfamiliar language they were reportedly speaking could have been Dutch or Flemish. Malnutrition could have also been an explanation for their green skin. What do you guys think? Were these kids just some folktale, or were they really beings from another world? On 1872, in the Atlantic Ocean, a merchant ship named the Mary Celeste was found adrift, but there was no crew on board. The ship was still intact, the cargo was untouched, and there was no sign of any violence ever occurring. The crew that boarded the ship seemed to have disappeared without a trace. The ship was found in decent condition. There was partial damage, but it was good enough to be on sea. The belongings of the 10 crew members were all left behind. However, there was a lifeboat missing. Theories regarding the disappearance range from piracy, mutiny, or even some theories go as far as a Kraken attack, or even an alien abduction. No evidence was found of any violence or death for it to be the cause of a pirate attack. So what could it have been? Some theorists believe it could have been the cause of alcohol fumes, causing the fear of explosion, which led the crew to suddenly abandon ship. Or maybe they dealt with the seaquake, which caused them to panic and leave without packing up. What's crazy is that no bodies were ever found, and no confirmation of the crew being alive or dead was ever recovered. The ship was later returned to the owners, but a series of bad luck caused the ship to be bought by different owners over the years, and eventually was wrecked in 1885. So what really happened? I guess we'll never know.